Hello! Hey, look at you! You're ready to play games too. Look at you, all excited.
Oh,
See, you're already down. Like, dude, are we playing a game? We're doing something? You're just like a regular doggo, you know? You're just excited to do something. You're just excited to go. Let's do this.
yes.
Yes. Yes. So I'm happy to have you on board. You know, it's good to have a doggo, the best of doggos. So I want to let you know a little information really quick. I used to own a Malamute. I used to actually had an Alaska Malamute. And I had him for many years. Best boy, best awesome boy. He got big. He got really big too.
Yeah, they're
He was
big.
They'd be big. He always hiked up mountains with us. It was so great, so great. So
Aw.
when I saw that you're Alaska Malamute, I was like, oh, my childhood dog. Oh my god, so fluffy. But I gotta watch out when I use the word fluff, because fluff could be used so many different things. So I'll have to restrict how much fluff I give it to you. I also sound a little sus too, so I gotta watch out. But hello, how you doing? How you been?
I've been good. You've been good. I went and got gardening stuff today. And yeah.
Yeah, well, it sounds like awesome. Doing your garden, is your garden looking pretty spiff and fancy?
Kinda. It's my first time actually making like a garden bed. And I'm starting small. I'm only gonna grow like blackberries and tomatoes. I'll make some tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Yeah, sounds like a true country girl. Get the tomatoes. Do it. Have fun. I never had a green thumb, unfortunately. I never been really good with that kind of stuff. But I helped my father make a garden, so he knows how to do it. And there's going to be one day I'm going to actually own a house, hopefully one day. And he said he will build a garden for me when I get a new house. So hopefully that'll happen.
That sounds awesome.
Tomatoes. Yeah, and I'll make tomatoes too. I'll have the best of tomatoes. Actually, I might even ask you, how do you do your tomatoes, so you can teach me the tomato way. I want to know.
Yes, once I get this figured out, I will tell you.
Teach me the ways. I'd be super down. Cool. So thank you everyone for joining in. I really do appreciate you coming by and saying hi. This is gonna be a really good time for you guys. This is an exciting time because we have Best Doggo here. Best Doggo as our special guest. For those who don't know, this is a little talk show I like to do each and every week when I interview a new VTuber and get to know them and like, talk and have fun. And this week we have the Best Doggo. How about you introduce yourself to everyone who don't know you?
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. My name is Elena. I am a Alaskan Malamute VTuber and full-time live 2D artist. I make a lot of poop jokes, and I growl a lot, and when I don't mean to, and yeah.
Sorry. I don't want to be I don't want to be bitten. No bites. I know some people might be into that, but not me. No bites.
No, it's just a running joke, because me and my best friend Prissy, we always fight about who's like alpha wolf, and we just growl at each other.
I see.
And now I can't stop doing it.
It reminds me of that joke of like arr, like the dinosaur. You know, the dinosaur growl. Yes. Like, I totally agree with you. I'll just nod and wave. Yes, that is totally something I know is a joke that goes on. I feel like not many people know about that joke, so that's why I'd be surprised if you did. But I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. It's the arr. I won't growl. That's not my thing. It's your thing. You do all the growls. But poop jokes? Is that what you're known for?
Yeah.
The poop jokes?
Yeah.
What's your favorite poop joke?
Well, it's not really like, well, they're not really jokes. I just my friends in my community they just
Yes, you're going back on what you said before.
They're always out here calling me like piss fingers and They just
These are your
like
friends?
Lunar and Nomad in chat. I saw those two. They are relentless.
Oh, Nomad. What
Um,
else? What else is she known for? She knows for the poop jokes, the piss fingers.
That's so wrong.
I think you're known for
My friend Yuki last year. That's what I've been called that for like a year now. Cause last year I was on VC with my friend Yuki, and I came back from the bathroom, and he was like, "You came back a little too fast. Did you wash your hands, piss fingers?" And I was like,
oh.
and now
Shoot.
it never went away.
See, that's why you have to time yourself whenever you go to the bathroom. You have to be like, okay, I'm done. Wait.
Well, like, it's
Okay, now
I rocket shot it out, so I was just fast. I wanted
He's
to
good. He's good. It's a skill. It's a skill. You have to learn about it. You know, like I'm just that good at just going to the bathroom. It just comes out. I'm like, boom, ready.
Yes.
Hey, that's a talent. That's a talent. Some people can't do that. For me, if I ever have to go, I will take my time. I take my time. It's usually a good like 30 minutes before I get out of there. Like I take my time. I relax. I play on my phone. You know, that's like whenever I post tweets. When I post tweets, that's usually when I do it. I'm on the toilet. When I'm on the toilet, it's like.
My best thinking is on the toilet.
Exactly. It's so interesting that like all my best tweets that actually have a good amount of like likes and like talks and conversations, usually me on the toilet. Like that's usually how it goes. So like there's a reason why they put all the jokes that like you think the best when you're on your toilet. Like it's true.
It's true.
Being skilled at using the bathroom, yeah, no, it's a talent. It's a talent, you know. Never thought I would ever meet a person who's that skilled, and it happened to be a doggo. Well, also I wanted to say to everyone is that so your fans might be calling you poopy, but I think you have a really interesting model. It looks amazing.
Thank you.
Really
I have
adorable.
Oh, wrong button.
Oh.
2 outfits.
Oh, nice. I like that one. I like that one.
The green jewels are probably not being seen very well, but that's okay.
No worries.
But this is my main outfit.
Oh.
But I made this one recently, and I'm making another one, 2 more soon.
I can't wait to see it. I want to see it. So you do your own art and you do your own rigging for your own model?
Yes.
Nice. That's skilled. I like the design of it. It looks really well done. Very smooth. Like I can't tell if your sweater is you're showing your belly or
yeah,
not.
that's my tummy.
Your tummy? You have your tummy. Oh, everyone wants to rub the tummy. That's what you do with doggos, right? I do that with my cat all the time. He loves it. But Doc, don't give that evil look. Yeah, the best tum tum. Well, I'll be asking questions about you pretty soon, and we'll go into that when we get farther into things. Little foreshadowing for you guys, a little like sneak peek. We'll be asking questions about the little friend you have on your shoulder. It looks adorable. I love him today.
Yes.
I want one just like that, but he will read like this. He will read like TTS comments. I would love that.
I used to have that set up, but it kept glitching out on me, so now he don't speak no more.
Oh, one day he will
It
speak.
was nice while it lasted.
Yeah, we'll get him to speak one day. One day we will give the voice to the voiceless. Yes. First question,
one day I will have the patience.
Do you shower? Very important question. Do you shower?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
sometimes.
Poor. Sometimes.
When I remember.
Oh yeah. Huh. What's that smell that I'm smelling?
The smell of success.
Success. When you don't shower enough, it's like, oh man, I've been doing a really good job lately. Shoot, I need to take a shower, don't I? Meaning never. What? Nomad? Do you never see? Never.
Nomad never showers. He reeks.
Oh man, Nomad being called out over there. Oh snap.
Smells horrible.
He's a stinky. He's stinky chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I want to ask you a question, but we'll get to it later. But you know, the main thing I want to ask you about is that's the pretty important feature about you, right?
What is?
Your forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like
Sorry.
you're pretty like standard, and I love your outfit. I love how like fluffy you look and everything like that. But there is one thing I've been wondering to ask, which is one very distinct feature that I don't think anyone has: all skull, no brain.
I
I was like, you have something there, right? You totally have something there.
I think a little slower than others, but I'll get there.
You're totally good. Best Doggo, you know, you're good.
So on my outfit, so the Big Dipper, so well, that's a little too small.
He's dancing on my desk right now. Yo.
Okay, so I was born and raised in Alaska.
Oh.
And it's a very important place to me, so I made sure to make my main outfit things that pay like homage or tribute to my home. So I no longer live there now, so it's just very important to me.
Okay.
So I chose the Alaskan Malamute because it is the state dog.
Oh.
The green jewels on my shawl are jade, which is the state gem, as well as the gold around it, which is the state mineral. And then the flowers on my dress are forget-me-nots, which is the state's flower. The little design on my tights kind of represent the Northern Lights. And the Big Dipper on my forehead is, you know, like the main constellation. It's on our flag in Alaska. And yeah.
Yeah, very Alaskan patriotic over here. You're just a symbol of Alaska over here.
Yes.
You are the Alaskan Vtuber.
Yeah.
So if anyone ever asks which Vtuber represents which parts of the United States, you need to go out there and be like, I represent Alaska. I'm best boy, best girl, best doggo. You're best everything. Exactly. I love it. It's actually really cool. I actually think it's really cool too. I like it. You have memes behind everything.
Yes.
But like, so what does the Big Dipper have anything to do with Alaska though?
I don't know.
Do you just have a random Big Dipper on your forehead? I thought it means something like special. I was like, oh wow, she has really interesting design. She has really cool things. She's Alaska. She's the mountain. She must have something to do with that.
For my VTuber lore, like I started out as, you know, like I was not like human dog person creature.
Not human dog.
I was just the dog. I was just Alaskan Malamute doing sledding and stuff. But one day, I saw this little fella on my shoulder. His name is Burp. He's a little Arctic fox. Saw him playing out before a big storm, and then it started like, you know, storming real bad, all wintry, blizzard and stuff. And I got worried, so I went out to look for him, and found him, and he was like curled up and like not doing so good. So I covered him with my bod, and then I died. I froze to death.
Oh dang!
And then the spirits of the Northern Lights saw my sacrifice, and they came down and they kissed my little forehead and gave me the Big Dipper mark and turned me into human.
Turned into a hot anime girl, dude. That's awesome. Man, I wish the gods would do that more often. Jeez. You know what? You sacrifice yourself, I will turn into a hot anime girl. Let's do it. I like it. Cool. Awesome. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering, like, what was that thing about? Because, like I said, your model looks really good, but, like, it doesn't look, like, super, like, far out there where you see different models have different things, you know? But the one thing that stands out the most is your forehead. So that's why I was like, it must have some kind of significance to something, right? Cool. Awesome. Well, for anyone who don't know, I'll be asking our lovely guest here. What? I apologize. Say your first name one last time.
Elena.
I'm gonna try and remember your name. I apologize if I forget.
It's fine. You can also call me Milk, or
Milk?
whatever you want. People kind of just call me whatever. It depends on the person.
That's actually something I kind of wanted meaning to talk to you about. Why wet milk?
I I don't know.
So yeah, because okay, let's go backwards really quick. You are the representation of Alaska. You love Alaska. You are Arctic. You have Arctic fox on you. You are a Malamute to turn into a hot anime girl with a big dip on your forehead, and the name that you go by, is Wet Milk.
Yeah.
Well, like, I'm excited. I'm happy that you're really happy about it. But like the background, back news, please.
So back in 2021, like the November of 2021 is when I got like introduced to the whole VTuber scene and live shooting and everything, and I got like really hooked on it. So I made a Twitter to post my work set and stuff, and I didn't really know what I wanted to name myself, and so I kind of just looked around at things, and I don't know why milk in particular stood out to me, but I was like, you know what, it's wet and it's milk, so I'm just gonna go by Wet Milk, and then I just never changed it because I went through a couple different designs before I really went with this design permanently. So at first I was like a wolf girl. I had no idea what I was doing or what I don't know. I was just like wanting to jump into streaming, and then I was a robot chick for a minute, but it just I didn't feel connected to them until I made this design.
Okay, that's interesting.
But yeah, I just never bothered to change my act because at the point where I was like, oh, you know what? I have a business now. Like I'm making money. I'm supporting myself full time with this. Nice. It would just be such a pain to change my ad on everything. So I just didn't bother with it.
Makes sense. Well, you know what? It looks amazing. I love your model. I love your work that you do.
Thank you.
I just was really curious because I was like, what's the story behind this? It must be a story. And I was right. That's cool. Awesome. Well, I'll be asking you, Elena, 15 questions, and these questions are going to go into different kinds of details, mostly stuff about you, how you got into streaming, things that to look forward to. We'll talk about your body. And what I mean about that, I mean your model, obviously. Oh. No sus, obviously. We never do sus in this channel, obviously. And we'll talk more about your lore. I know you just kind of gave us your lore, but we can go into a little bit more. And there's some tidbit and fun information. So it'd be cool, it'd be fun, it'd be chill. We'll also have a spin to win for everyone if you guys want to, because apparently all streamers has some kind of spin to win kind of thing on here. So if you guys want to hit the channel redeem, you guys can ask a random question to our lovely guest here. They don't know what the questions will be, and don't worry, it won't be doxing or asking inappropriate questions. This will be some fun questions. And it looks like before we get started with my main questions, Dark wants to ask you a question. The question that Dark wants to ask you is, let's see what he wants to ask you. This is Dark's question. He wants to ask you a very important question. Just imagine what he wants. He wants to ask you what kind of music you like.
I really like, my favorite band is an Australia indie band called Camp Cope. I really, really love them. I also like listening to a lot of different Japanese music because it helps with language study and stuff, and also their music is just freaking great.
I love it. I love it too.
And I really don't like country. And
what? But you like the tomatoes.
That don't make me no yeehaw.
Well, I know you're a farmer. You do farming stuff. You say the tomato is the tomato way, the country girl way.
I don't know. Country music kind of just all sounds the same to me.
You're not wrong. Sorry for those who like that.
Take my Ford F-150. Gonna go grab a case of beer and my lady.
Yep, that's
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. That's how you do back over here in the west, the north. I don't know where country people are. They do the country things. Get take my guns. No, take my guns. How dare? That's all I know. That's all I know. Get take my gun. Don't let Bobby hear you say that. Oh, freaking Bobby. I wish I could do accents like that. It'd be great. My lifted Ford F-150 and my Bud Light and my lifted tractor. Everything has to be lifted for country people, right? Everything has to be lifted.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like when I moved to the lower 48, I was like, it was almost kind of like a little bit of culture shock, a little bit, because golly. I never smelled so much cow poop in my life.
For a person who doesn't like country, you more like a country girl than I thought you were. One, you say golly, which I'm like, okay, that's a southern thing right there. Oh my god. Who says golly?
Well, okay, yeah, that's fair.
I'm just saying, like, oh, I don't like country. Golly, though, but man, there's so much horse poop all over the place, and I'm farming, and I know about F-150 lifts. Like, wow, dang.
It's are you sure you're forced down my throat?
Force it. And no wonder you fit right in. See how it is. I was gonna say, this is you, this little cowboy guy, little cowboy person. Should you have a cowboy outfit? Should you have like the yeehaw? No.
Oh hell no.
Hell no.
No way. Yeah, you'd sooner catch me eating cat dookie than wearing cowboy boots or anything of that sort.
I don't know if you try, but you do a really good country accent. You do I don't know if you were actually trying it or not, but you were really good at that. You will never get. Oh, I can't do accents. I don't know. You already ate a cat dookie. What? What is it? Was this a redeem? Was this a channel redeem? Is this a sub goal?
No.
You just was bored.
It's just to show how serious I am about my dislike of cowboy fashion.
Oh, I see. Okay, makes sense. All right. Well, if you ever need to pull off the southern, just make sure you just lift everything. Put lifts on everything. Put lifts on your car. Put lifts on your wheelchair. Put lifts on your stroller.
I'll put big old lifts on my little Yaris I got.
Your little Yaris.
That looks so natural.
So natural. It would be like, yeehaw, and it'd be perfect. Well, let's get started with my first question. Do you have the questions for me before we get started? I don't know.
Nope.
Cool. Let's get started with first. Lift everything. Drinks exclusively light versions of beer. Light versions. You need to have Bud Lights. You need to have the Bud Lights lifted. Dude, I can't. I don't like beer personally. I just don't like beer.
Yeah, I don't drink, and I don't drink at all. But my grandpa Art, oh my god, I don't know how he's not dead right now, to be honest, because he downs like a half a pack to a pack a day.
Oh really? Dang. Yeah, I can't do that.
Is strong.
Well, they okay, true. But I would say they always say things like, "Oh, you'll get used to it. Just drink more." I'm like, I don't want to get used to it.
No, it tastes. And also, it just tastes like butt. It's just butt juice.
Well, see, so when I was drinking, I did it where everyone drinks. When they get their first drink. College, obviously, you drink during the first time at a college, and you go to a college party, and they do something called drinking games. My first time I was drinking, I played a game that you might have heard of this, but it's called Chandelier. So it's a game. I'll explain to you guys because it's been a while since I did the college life. I'm older now. I don't do anything cool anymore. My favorite things to do on my days off is sleep. So definitely a lot older nowadays. But the way you do it, if I remember, is that you bounce there's two people on opposite sides of the table, and there's a whole bunch of cups in the middle of the table. Middle of the table. They all have cheap beer, like Bud Light. And in the middle is called the King's Cup, which they have put a whole bunch of random nasty stuff inside of it. Like a whole bunch of different drinks, all these stream things, and then like orange juice, just for a mix of it. It's disgusting. but two people on opposite sides of the table, and one person will bounce a ball onto the table, and it has to land inside the cup. If it lands inside the cup, they pass it to the next person next to them, and that keeps them going. Now, if someone's next to them and they bounce a ball into the cup, and the person on the other next, like right next to them, has yet to do that, they can stack them, and they put a cup into their cup that they're trying to put a ball into. That person has to drink one of the cups on the table, and they have to now continue to throw the ball into the cup, and that keeps going until one of the cups is like literally a tower high, and the person who loses has to drink the final cup. That's how it works.
Oh.
College life.
I never went to college.
Oh. College life is it's I don't want to get ethical on here, but yeah.
Yeah, my husband went to college for a bit, but it just wasn't. It just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. You know what? True. Nothing wrong with that. Let's just say like college is not like it was used to be. Not like it used to be. It used to be a promise where you go through college and you get stuff and you get to live off your dreams and make a lot of monies. And now it's like doing the opposite. If you go through college, now you just go into debt for the rest of your life. So I know. But anyway, I won't get into stuff like that. But the main thing is that that was my first time I had Bud Light, and I had to drink a lot of it really quickly, and I hated it immensely. It was disgusting. It was didn't like it at all. I had to drink a whole bunch of it. So it's kind of like that, like one thing you would do, like, hey kid, you stole one of my cigarettes, so I'm gonna make you smoke a whole pack. You know, like kind of like lesson. You know. So like I didn't like beer, but they made me hate beer because of the fact that they made me do that game. So that's good because that means I don't like beer, and the only thing I drink is like harder stuff, and I usually mix it with like tolerable stuff, you know. Like I don't like the nasty stuff. I like the things that taste good, you know, things that like are fruity and are super colorful. I like those stuff. Don't like the other stuff though. Not my jam. But more about you. You and your milk craze. You must be really into it, right? Like that must be your favorite drink. Is that your favorite drink?
No.
What? Milk is not your favorite drink? What?
I love it so much in my super sugary cereals.
Oh, I see. Makes sense.
Okay, maybe I do like milk. Never mind. Yeah, I like milk.
I hope so. Your whole brand is starting to become milk related.
I don't know. I prefer non-dairy though.
Non-dairy milk. It's like the least milk you can get.
Well, yeah, but
Milk's good. It's good, but as long as it's not actually milk. Because isn't like non-dairy milk not actually milk?
Yeah, technically, but its consistency's the same.
True. You just like the consistency of milk. You just don't like actual milk.
Well,
Makes sense.
Actual milk tastes fine. Like it's just ever since, you know, how
I think I know what you're talking about.
How farms go about collecting milk and stuff. It's just
it kind of ruined your, you know.
Yeah, kind of like how I just don't really eat as much red meat anymore at all, really, because I just puts me off.
Yeah, you know, it'd be kind of awkward if you like got really like close with Darling over there, the cow Darling, and then after a while you're like, hey, where's Darling going? I don't know, but I made you steak.
Ooh.
No. I head out. Bye, Dark. Take care, buddy. Great to see you again. But yeah, no, it's like, oh hey, Wilbert is really cool. I haven't seen her in a while. Oh yeah, don't worry about him. But I got some bacon for you. Do you want some bacon? I have plenty of it. See you next time. But yeah, no, it's like I can understand. Do you live on a farm?
No, I live in a city.
Oh, so you're not a city girl. The farm girl going into the city. There's so much stories about that.
I when I first moved to where I live, I lived with my grandmother on her farm, and that was an okay experience. It would have been better if I wasn't allergic to literally everything when I first moved here. Like, the plants were killing me. I couldn't touch a tree without my hands swelling up. Like, it was really bad. And her turkey wanted to kill me.
Oh, freaking hate that turkey. You ate it, right?
Yeah, I hate Turkey Tom. I hate you.
Hate you, Turkey Tom.
The chicken coops.
I hope you had them on Thanksgiving, right? You ate them on Thanksgiving?
No, her dog ate them.
Oh, well, you know what? Good for the dog. That's why you became a dog VTuber, because you want to eat those turkeys. Let's make that a thing.
It was so aggressive for no reason.
He's an a-hole. That's what it sounds like.
He was an a-hole.
Well, it's good. I hope he tastes really well. But okay, cool. Well, let's actually. I know we're already like 40 minutes in, but let's start with the first question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Like I said, I love going off topic and just talking about a lot of stuff. But let's get into the first question of the day, shall we? And this is a fun one. So wrap your brain around this one. Why and when did you get into streaming?
So it was in my timeline is so okay. So I was working as a daycare teacher, late 2021, and I've always kind of like knew about VTubing a little bit from Kizuna Eye. I wasn't like super like in the know, but after looking more into it and finding Iron Mouse and other awesome streamers like her, and then discovering Life 2D shortly after, because I wanted to know how people made these models that just kind of track everything you do. It was just really cool. And so I started studying how to make models and rigging and trying all kinds of different techniques. But I was only really interested in making the models at first. I didn't really think I was going to get into streaming. But everyone made it look like so much fun, so I decided to give it a try, and I debuted streaming late January of 2022. And that it was a lot of fun. Made a lot of new friends, and it was just great. And now here I am.
And here you are. That's so awesome. That's so cool. I like it. Seems like you started off like wanting to try something, and you saw other people do it and it looked fun, and now you don't regret it because you have some friends to hang out with.
Yep, and it's my full-time job now, and it's just really awesome.
Oh. The full-time part is not the streaming part. Are you a partner? Are you partnered?
No, the full-time is my art.
Yeah, you do art. You rigging.
Streaming is doing good too, but yeah, my main income is the art.
Cool. I like it. How many because I know what they call like mommy VTubers when they make other models for other people. How many kids do you have? It's kind of weird question to ask, but
a lot.
Oh wow, you've been busy.
I really overworked myself last year because I was just so excited and also kind of nervous to make sure I'm still able to pay bills, so I really overdid it a lot of the time. And I would work about like 80 hours a week, more sometimes. It's just like, but it didn't feel like work to me because I was just drawing. Yeah. But I was very tired, and but when I first started, my style was a little more simpler. But as I got better and better, I started getting more detailed with how I do models. Over, I don't know.
Over 100?
It's close.
Oh wow, 100 kids. Dang. So a lot of people are really grateful for your design and your artwork.
Oh, I hope so.
Well, most of them are still like, do they still interact with you? Do they still like shout you out and stuff?
Some do. Okay. I've gotten pretty close to quite a few of my kids. One of them unfortunately had to be blacklisted.
Oh.
And another one as well.
Oh, so 2?
So 2,
Dang.
yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I
Um,
I don't know if you want to get into that story because that sounds like a very personal story to get into, but I imagine they maybe have broken a rule too.
yeah, broken a rule. They were very pushy, and the first one was just very rude. Uh, the other one, it was back when I first started making models, and I like held a little raffle, like anyone like want to enter for a chance to win a free model because I really need the practice on something other than my own designs. Because I didn't really feel like designing something and then having to rig it and everything. So I thought it'd be better for someone else to get use out of it. And the person that won, uh, they just like they subtweeted me after maybe a few weeks of working on the model, knowing that I was still working as a daycare teacher and driving an hour back and forth from work every day. And they subtweeted me and they were like something along the lines of, "Oh, she's just I'm so excited for my model, but I think that they're taking too long." And
Wow,
it's like,
who says that?
and I was like, "Bro, I'm literally doing this for you for free." So I texted him and I was like, "Dude, like if you have a problem, like just say it to my face. I don't have to do this, you know?"
Yeah, like chill, like come on.
And they were like, "Oh no, I'm sorry." And I was like, "Well, I literally told
Sure
you like my
are.
situation, but it hasn't even been a month that you've been waiting for this. Like, bro, I'm tired."
Yeah, like in my opinion, like who would ever just go out in public, like on Twitter, and just dress everyone saying, "Wow, this person is taking super long." Why would you do that unless you want attention like that? It's so mean.
Yeah, it unfortunately, it's such a common thing when people get like free stuff or very cheap stuff. You definitely have a higher chance of coming across someone who's just a douchebag. Other than
Sounds like
people
it.
who pay a good chunk of money and they are very very kind.
That's good. That's good. Then that's what I've heard. I dated this one girl who was like rigging and like doing like art, and she did a raffle too. And I think if I remember correctly, what happened was that she made a art out, and someone won it, and they were kind of hounding her for it. And then she looked on that person's account and found out that that person, what they do is that they take free wins for raffles and then try to sell them off to other people.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah. So she decided to just cut him off completely, saying, "Nope, don't want to deal with you." I think she did end up like giving the art to him, but she did not try that hard. She like just gave bare minimum, but she knew that that person was going to try and like sell it off to people. And then she put like a watermark on it too, to make sure that if she did sell it, no one will think that it was from him, you know? Something like that.
Smart.
Yeah, it was messed up. It was messed up. Like I don't like it when I hear stuff like that, because I think artists like you, oh, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. But artists like you guys are like super like amazing, but so underappreciated. Like I feel like people should appreciate you guys way more for what you guys do, because when I was growing up, like when someone was getting into art, we kind of thought, wow, you will have a hard time in life because you won't really like, unless you become like super famous and then get your art on like super high display, your art won't really go that well. But I feel like nowadays people have been able to like use their art to make a living. I think that's so awesome. I think that's really cool. But there's so many people out there all like abusing and using you guys to like get free stuff. And I think that's really messed up. I think we should pay your artists, make sure that they are like appropriately compensated for all their hard work, because I think they deserve it.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It just seems weird to me when people like do messed up things. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. Like we're like, especially in the VTubing community, we're the backbones of making this all happen. We're the reasons why you have a model to stream with. And yeah.
Yeah, no, you're 100
It's a lot
correct.
of work.
You are like
Like,
artists is like the VTuber is a pretty big thing, and like streaming is already pretty big, but VTubers are even bigger. And I would
mm,
feel like it all comes down to really well made art of the
yes.
models and the rigging and all the hard work that goes into it. You know, like
Mm,
I think like if you really want to like make a good living, like if you were able to make art and rigging to the level of like Iron Mouse's like model style, you can make a lot of money. Like a lot
mm,
of money. Like I'm pretty sure one of those models you make for those high-end like content creators could pretty much set you for like a year of like income. You're set.
yeah.
You're set, you know. And that's
Mm.
insane for me to think about. But I know. It's good to know that you only really have 2 examples of some really bad customers out of almost 100 of people you've dealt with. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
It's
It's good. It's good. Well, let's talk more about your gaming side of things. What do you like the most about being a VTuber gamer?
um it's a big, like, I think the biggest thing I enjoy about it is it's a nice stress relief. Because like I said, like last year, I never really set time aside to play games. I was um either constantly working or working on the house that my husband and I have moved into. So I was very tired and I stressed, and I just didn't. I just didn't have that kind of release to enjoy something without stress, and so video games have been really helpful with that. And then, along with streaming them, I have awesome people to talk to that make me laugh, and just make it a whole lot more fun. Like I like to play a lot of like, I guess more like relaxing games, even though I myself am the opposite of relaxing.
I
Loud
know.
and
You've been pretty chill. I love it. I love it.
well, I'm nervous.
Oh, you nervous? Oh, that's adorable.
I just is nervous.
Well, nothing wrong about being nervous. I think it's a very adorable quality. You know, being nervous and being adorable over here. But I think being chill, like playing chill games, it actually works out pretty well for you because last time I'm stalking you. I apologize. I'm stalking you.
That's okay.
But you playing Mystery Dungeon last time.
Yeah, that's my
chill.
favorite game ever.
Really? Oh, that's a cool game. Like I grew up playing Pokemon, but those are the games I never really got into. Not because I didn't want to, it's just because I just didn't have that as access when I was a kid.
It's amazing. Like they're such amazing games, and the thought and storyline on them, it's just I cry every time I play it, and I've been playing that since 09, like over and over and over again.
Go for it.
It never gets old.
I'd like to hear that. I like to hear that. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Well then let's get so we're going to go into more of the questions for you guys as time goes on. But one question I want to ask you is that you are a Doggo VTuber, right? Now, let's be serious now. There's a good amount of Doggo VTubers out there, right?
Yeah.
So my question to you is, what do you do to help you stand out of the VTuber community?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think about that or about myself like that very much at all. I think my goal isn't to stand out. It's just kind of to have fun and do my best to be myself. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't know what makes me stand. Maybe
You know what? I think I know what helps you stand out.
Huh?
You're so wholesome.
No.
Well, not
I
like
literally talk about my IBS on Twitter like all the freaking time.
maybe I know. Maybe that's on Twitter, but like on stream, right there, you just like, man. I just want to enjoy myself, have fun. I don't even need to stand out. I just want to enjoy myself. I'm like, oh my god, you're so adorable.
No.
You model that dog aspect, you know. You can be hyper and you can be like super like energetic when you want to be, but also you're just good-hearted and you just want to just have fun and enjoy yourself, you know.
Thank you.
Of course. And I always keep on remembering, like, so I know, like, I already talked to you about this before stream, but like how I first found out about you was on TikTok. Actually, you made a TikTok video. And the video was you singing the song, like, I Watch the Moon. I don't know what the song's actually called.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. That wasn't my voice singing that, though.
No, I know.
Oh, okay. Just wanna, because a lot of people on TikTok
no.
are like, oh my god, you're such a good singer. And I'm like, bro,
That's not
you
my
can literally
voice.
click on the sound. It's not me.
Well, see, that's why I tell people, like, so amazing VTuber out there. I still support her to this day. She's really good. But what she's been having issues with, like, climbing. She has issues of climbing. She's a really good spot. She averages around like 30 people a stream. But she wants to climb. She wants to get up there. And I told her all the things that you should be doing is copying off of what other VTubers are doing, like on TikTok. You know, take the sound that other people are doing, make your model do the same thing. That's kind of what you do on TikTok.
I highly recommend TikTok if you're a VTuber. Like a lot of my audience is from TikTok.
Oh yeah, like that's how I found out about you. And you know, and like you're not doing anything crazy different from other people, but you do put your own twist on things to make it unique and different, you know. Like, yeah, you didn't sing that, but you had the, like, it was all blue, it had like stars, you know.
I'd love to put a lot of care into the scenery and lighting. It's just fun, and it adds a lot to the sound that I'm using.
Exactly, and I think that's really, really cool. Like, and that's what I've been trying to tell my friend there. I'm like, God, just do that. And then she would, and I think just the editing part, she didn't really understand, because what she did was that you took the sound and you plopped it onto your stream, and you plopped it on your video. But you didn't edit the video with the sound in it, because then it would become your own original sound. Right?
Right. Yeah, so what I do is, like, I'll play the sound that I want to use on my phone, but record my VTuber on my computer at the same time, and then I will, like, send that to my phone, and then I'll edit it on TikTok to match exactly where, like,
the sound is.
Yeah, the sound is, and it works out like every single time. Because as long as you're lip syncing and matching what the video is saying, the sound is saying, it'll work out. It works itself out.
No, exactly, and that's why I've been trying to, like, I try to explain that to her, but I don't like messaging. I don't like texting. I don't like typing things. Like, I'm not very literate when it comes to that kind of stuff. So what you just said, I wanted to say that to her. And like, this is what you do. This is what you need to do. But I couldn't do that, so I wanted to, like, tell it to her. But her schedule is so crazy, so I don't know. But like, it's like, because again, don't you have someone that you just, like, you think is really cool, and you just want them to do well? That's all you want, is someone to do well.
Literally, all of my friends.
Exactly. Like I have so many friends, I just want them to do well, but they just don't. Either they don't do what you ask them to do, or they take it so differently. Like, I introduced this person to CapCut because of the auto caption it allows you to do. And auto captions is extremely important when it comes to short content. You know, you need to have captions, you know, and the best way is to have auto captions, you know, so that it does the job for you. But when I told her to do the captions, her captions are like tiny and on the bottom of the screen, you can never see it. I'm like, no, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, it's good to make them big and readable, because I mean, captions are also really important for people who are deaf.
Yep.
So they can at least read what you're saying. And so whenever I don't know, whenever I make the captions on my videos, I'm just like I do think about people who can't really hear, so I do my best to try to put the energy in the words that the video is like the sound is portraying. Yeah.
You do a good job. Like I said, I love your TikToks. You do a really good job. Your contents are very amazing. I always think that like the captions are really important, not only for people, deaf people. It's definitely really useful for them, but also when people swipe your videos, sometimes they have the sound really low, or the completely sound off because they're in public, so they can't really hear you. And if you have no captions on there and you're just mouthing whatever, they don't know what's going on, so they'll swipe away and move on. You know, that's why captions are so important, because people watch these videos on a daily basis, and sometimes those people are in situations where they can't hear you, or they don't want it to be heard, so they will only be able to pay attention if they can see it written out. Like Twitter, for example. Like, you can scroll down Twitter timeline, and most of the videos will not actually like play sound, but it will still move. And you want them to grab the person and like grab my attention and just let me show you who I am and stuff like that. So yeah, captions are really important, and that's why these are the things I would like to say to people. These are the things, and I love that you agree, because like you do amazing work, and I think that these are the things that I think other people should do as well.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Like, whatever is going on, keep up the good work. Cool. All right, next question for you, and this is going to be a nice little sweet treat for the audience. That is, are you looking forward to playing any games this year to stream?
Yeah. Okay, so there is this one game, I forget its name, but I have it saved on TikTok because I find a lot of really cute like indie games on TikTok.
Same.
So there's this one coming out where you get to be a bear who like is also like a witch or something like that, and you kind of like go around, and I don't exactly know what. I think you maybe like farm or something, or you make potions. It's kind of like Little Witch in the Woods, but you're like a bear. Mainly just those kind of cute. There's another one that I forgot the name of, but that's kind of Stardew like.
Okay.
That I really am excited for. I've really gotten into those calming farming games and stuff.
Those farming games. Like I try to get into farming games. It's really difficult for me because I don't like grindy games very often. Like where you have to like sit and just clean up places. Like it's very relaxing for people. Yeah.
I understand. Like my biggest struggle when I first started playing Stardew is that there's so much you can do. My brain had a hard time focusing on one thing at a time because there is so much you can do in that game, like at the start, and so I'd play it on and off and I never get very far. But this time, now that I'm streaming it, and I have some really cute mods, because
mods
Stardew kind of the portraits especially they're kind of ugly.
Shout out! Wow.
So I got a mod that makes the bachelors and bachelorettes super schmexy.
Oh snap!
And yeah.
Hey, go for it.
Now I like it.
This sounds perfect. Now I can focus. Okay, you are attractive now. I can now go on with my day.
And also like the layout. I got like this cute cottagecore layout that turns the buildings kind of like medieval looking with vines growing on them and stuff. And another mod that tones down just the foliage in general, so it's not so bright and saturated. It's more gentler on your eyes. So it's been really nice.
Nice. Let's go for it. That sounds awesome. I like it. One day I'll try and dip back into Stardew Valley. I have it on my Switch and I also have it on my PC. But whenever I get in the most mood to do it, I just don't do it for very long. I probably should do mods for it though.
Definitely recommend it. It's really they're really easy to set up too. I was actually surprised because I've never modded a game before. But I followed a YouTube tutorial and it taught me all I needed to know.
Nice. That's how you do it. YouTube tutorials. I feel like you can learn anything you ever want with YouTube nowadays. YouTube is just the ultimate form of learning how to do things. I feel like there'll be a point in our time where we won't even need school. Like, we won't even need college and stuff like that. You only just need to every now and then just look up a YouTube video and you'll be able to do it.
Yeah, I kind of...
Like, don't get me wrong, you probably still should go to school. Go to school, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't really like school, but...
I don't like school either, but I feel like it still teaches you things, which, when it comes to social interactions with people.
That's very important.
There's a lot of people. Well, yeah,
there was one time I, didn't know how to open the the trunk of my car.
Oh, no.
So I YouTubed how to do that. And it was like a minute, and it showed me where the button was, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god, I feel so freaking stupid." But that's what that's the kind of help I need. I struggle so much with existing.
You're totally fine. Like, I think it's totally fine. I've dealt with that many times, especially when it comes to computer stuff. I'll be like, "How do you do this? How you do this?" And then someone's like, "Oh, you put your HDMI in the motherboard." I'm like, yeah, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, I'm not. I just thought that was I see a plug, I just shove it in there, and this is how I do it. This is what I do. And then wait, no, don't shove random HDMI ports into. No, stop it. And then now I changed it, so now my computer runs a lot better. But yeah, I totally know the feeling. I do dumb things like that all the time. Well, I don't know. The one YouTube videos I get pissed off about is the ones where it's like, "Hey, I have a really easy answer to your question you have." Oh, cool. This should be an easy, quick video. It's 10 minutes long. They spent the first minute telling you that this is a really easy fix. Then ads. Then the trailer of the channel. And then they just say that, "Oh yeah, this is how you fix your issue." And they don't actually go into fixing it. They just tell you this is the button you press. That doesn't tell you how to get to that button. Yeah. So I'm like, I just wasted 6 minutes of my day. You didn't actually tell me how to get there. You just told me what it is. I know what it is I need to click. I just don't know how to get there.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel with some rigging tutorials that are out there for Live 2D. A lot of them kind of go in to teach you with the idea that you already know the basics, but there's no YouTube tutorial that really teaches you the basics and how things work and what a parameter is and what the warp deformer is and what these different things do and what the menus up on the the top left of the screen are for, and yeah.
I love how they start off with you already know this part, so I'm not even gonna go into this part. It's like, no, I don't know that part. Tell me what that part is. I love it. But no, it's chill. I appreciate YouTube and it telling me and teaching me how to do the things, because I think it makes my job 10 times easier when it tells me things.
Yes.
Cool. So, what was some of the games you wanted to stream in the near future? We talked about that Stardew Valley game.
Yeah, another one I want to do, which I was supposed to do a few weeks ago, but I think my Elgato is broken.
Oh.
Because it won't stream stuff to my computer anymore. So I have to get a new one. But I was wanting to play my Pokemon Violet game, but it's this challenge I see a lot of Pokemon YouTubers do, which looks like a lot of fun, and I watch them all the time, where they can't get the next gym badge until they find a shiny Pokemon.
Oh.
And I've never really caught a shiny Pokemon ever, and since I was like, I only did once, and I've played a lot of Pokemon, so I'm just very fucking unlucky.
Not wrong.
When I was a kid, I was playing my Pokemon Gold version, as I did a million times, and I came across a shiny Metapod, and I caught him, and he was so awesome to me, and I loved him. And then I got to the Elite Four, and I was up against Lance, and I kept dying to him, and I got so mad. My gamer rage when I was a kid was not normal. I ended up deleting the save because I got really pissed off. I pulled the cartridge out and I threw it across the room, and I bit my Game Boy. And there's still bite marks in it, but I was so mad. And then I realized what I did after I calmed down, and I was like, oh no!
Oh no!
My dude!
Oh, my Pokemon! Yo!
I feel so bad.
That's a funny story. I feel bad. I feel bad for you, Game Boy. Like,
I feel bad for it too, because I did that all the time, and I'm surprised I didn't break any of my cartridges or the Game Boy, because I think I threw that a couple times too.
Wow, it's durable. They don't make those.
Shit was durable back then.
Yeah, like right now, my controllers from my PS5 keeps on drifting and like even barely usage, but my PS2 controller, nope, still going on 10 years after using it. Nope. They don't make it like they used to. They don't make it like they used to.
Mm-mm.
But like I will definitely say, like, it's a lot easier getting a shiny nowadays than it was back when we both first played games.
Definitely.
I don't even know what shinies were when I was a kid. I'm probably, of all the years of me playing Pokemon, I'm pretty sure I probably like swung past a Pokemon. Like, huh, that Pokemon looks weird, and I just like left it. I didn't know what shinies was until like later in life, and they're like, wait, shinies is just a different coloration. They're super rare. I'm like, huh, what if I saw one? But then all the new Pokemon games, they have all these like special like things you can do to make it easier to catch shinies.
Yeah.
And now the new way of doing like shiny hunting with like Scarlet and Violet, I've caught like 6 shinies. Like they're so easy to catch. It's so easy to catch. So all you have to do is go to go to an area, like do not put autosave on, turn off autosave. Go to an area where they're spawning a whole bunch of random Pokemon, and then just go there, save, and then just kill like 60 Pokemon. Just slaughter them and keep on letting them repopulate, and then out of nowhere you will just see a random colored one in a tree somewhere. You're like, and you just throw it.
That's so cool. Yeah, I'm really excited to try that out. I gotta get a new Elgato because I want to play it.
Tell you the truth,
I haven't even beat Violet yet. But I just want to do that.
Do it. That'd be so cool. Are you playing it on Violet? Are you do a Violet one?
Yeah.
Oh, you play. Okay, cool. Then yeah, you should be able to do it. You just have to go to a mass outbreak.
Mass outbreak, yeah.
I can see you do it. I have faith in you.
Thank you.
My first ever shiny I ever caught was a shiny Mimikyu.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I got that from Sword and Shield, and it was really funny because I love ghost types. Ghost types are my favorite Pokemon of all time. And I was playing Sword and Shield, and during Sword and Shield, the DLC content, they had that like the cave system kind of thing. I don't know if you know about it, but like you go into it and you like fight all these different kinds of like gigantic Pokemon. And at the end, you fight a legendary gigantic Pokemon. And when I was going through it, I just kept on like not like I don't care about the Pokemon, so I'm just going to like not catch it. And someone in chat was like, "Hey, you should catch all the Pokemon you get here because you have a higher chance of getting a shiny if you catch it in this area." I'm like, "Okay, sure, why not?" So I started catching all the Pokemon. And at the end, I couldn't catch the super rare Pokemon, so it was like, "Oh, cool, you can't catch it, so you can choose these Pokemon to catch." And I looked at one of the Pokemon, and one of the Pokemon was a Mimikyu. And I was like, that Pokemon looks weird. It looks really weird, right? Like, that doesn't look like right Pokemon. And all the chat is like screaming and saying that, oh my god, that's one. I was like, what? Like, we just talked about this, and I found out, and I had my Mimikyu next to the new Mimikyu, and yeah, super different color, super cool. This was awesome.
That's awesome.
And I'm glad my first shiny was a ghost type. It makes me happy. This is my next shiny I got was a Vaporeon, and ooh, man, it's a very pink, lovely Pokemon that a lot of people like. So they were really happy when I caught that thing. They were like, "This is destined for me." I'm like, I don't know if I should take that as a compliment. But yeah, no, I feel like you should be able to do it. I feel like you should be able to catch some good shinies, good shiny.
Yeah, I'll make it happen. I'm just gonna keep doing. I'm just gonna keep doing it until it happens.
Go for it. And I'm pretty sure if you just look at how other people do the shiny hunting, you should be able to get it. Like I caught like 6 in a 3-hour stream, so it was not that hard.
Wow.
It's not that hard. You can do it easily. And if you need help, just let me know. I will help you.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, got you. With the Elgato thing, I had to use the Elgato capture card as well to do it, and I've been having issues with it lately too, where like because I switched between like my PS2 and stream retro games to my Switch and sometimes to my PS5 depending on what game I'm playing. And sometimes it will not project my screen. I'll have the program on and it will not project the screen. And the only
That's
way
what it does to me too.
Yeah, the only way I can fix it is unplugging it and replugging back in.
That was how I had to fix mine for a while, and it worked. But now it doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, that's scary.
And, from what I've seen on like people on Reddit and stuff, this is like such a common issue, and that Elgato for your computer just kind of sucks.
Friggin' no.
And it's like to rub salt in the wound because like they're so expensive.
Yeah. For
no reason. And they just kind of work like crap.
Yeah, no, like I don't like the program it has. The program is kind of out of it. I just didn't really care too much about it. But again, I got used to it, so I was like, okay, this is how it is, and does the job that I needed to do, which is just put my quality on the big screen for people to watch. That's all I need to do. Play the sound, play the quality. That's it. So I didn't really complain too much about it. But yeah, now it's starting to give me issues. I'm really hoping that it doesn't die on me, but it sounds like it's probably gonna die on me. So maybe I should invest in like a Ripshar. So I have everything else Razer. I might as well do another Razer streaming device or something. I don't know, we'll see. I might have to invest in that soon, because if that happened to you and now it's died on you, I might have to invest.
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
I just need a new one.
Well, are you gonna go to Elgato, or are you gonna try another streaming capture
I'm gonna try
card?
something different, because I ain't putting my money on Elgato again.
Do it. Don't do it with them. Check out the Ripshar, Razer Ripshar. Yeah, that's the Razer version. And I like Razer. I use like all my stuff is Razer. You know, I have Razer mouse, Razer headphones, Razer keyboard, Razer speakers. I have everything Razer. And I don't really have any issues with them other than the software. The software is kind of weird, but I think the hardware is pretty good. So maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, maybe check that out. All right, so are you gonna be playing any games with your fans in the future?
Yes.
I was trying to think, because
I was thinking, because on my birthday I kind of did, but they're also my friends.
Okay.
That were well, they became my friends after like I met them through, you know, streaming, and they were in my chat and stuff.
Yeah.
So we played Gartic Phone together, and that was a lot of fun. So I'd like to do that again. I'm just a little wary of wanting to play games with people I don't know very well.
True.
Because it just takes saying the like one wrong thing, and it's like ruins the vibe. Could get me in big trouble, things like that.
You have to watch out. You have to watch out for depending
Yeah.
on when you do it. I had a collab with some VTubers, and I made the mistake of having very say-so streamers with non-say-so streamers in the same collab, and let's just say it did
Oh.
not work out very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I gotta
man.
watch out for this kind of stuff. Yeah, it didn't work out at all. So I know the feeling that you kind of have to watch out who you like collabing with or who you playing games with, because they might be okay with saying whatever they want, and you realize might not need to do that.
Yeah, and I've just heard so many like horror stories and stuff, and it's just like, if they're like a longtime viewer and I talk to them on the regular in my Discord, and I know how they are for the most part, then yeah, I'm down to play games with them. But I need that trust first.
Need the trust, which makes sense.
Trust.
Gotta get the trust. Hey, cool. I see. Well, this should be a really fun question for you, and let's talk about your model a little bit more, your design, because we did talk about how you are modeled off of Alaska. You just like you're the Alaskan pride. But why did you decide the things you did decide? Like, why did you decide to have blue eyes? Why did you decide to have more of like a reddish Malamute kind of design? I remember my Malamute was black and white, so it's really interesting to see a reddish design.
So as far as like my eyes go, they're I guess I just kind of wanted them to be the color of my actual eyes for the most part. But let's see. And then for the reddish color, like red brown-ish color, those are just that's just my favorite fur color for Malamutes and Huskies. I just think it is just super adorable. Black ones are really cute too, but I don't know, they just look, it just makes them look even more fluffier.
Oh, true.
When they're lighter, I just want to squish them.
I just want to squish them and hold them.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. Can we get a zoom up on your face really quick?
Yeah.
Because I think I see something that I noticed, and that is you have a little bit of freckles, I think?
Yes.
Yes.
I put freckles because I just really love freckles. I love how they look on people. It's like people have their own little stars all over their face. And I don't have any in real life, and I wish I did.
True.
But they're also on my arms as well.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, I love freckles. I think it just adds so much to designs.
Your face capture is also really good too, I noticed.
Thank you. I used the V-Bridger for tracking along with iFacial mocap, but I had to rig a lot of mouth shapes and parameters to make it work like this.
Yep, she is a cutie. Look at Misty. You're right. She's very cutie. I love your eyes too. Your eyes, the blue eyes. You also had a really good design for that too. Cool. How about what can your model do? Because I noticed you had like stars for a second.
Yeah, so I personally just don't use expressions too much, so I don't have a whole lot that goes into my model. But I have a game controller that works with both of my outfits. This tracks the exact buttons that I press on my game controller.
Oh, that's cool.
That I rigged. Also, if you look here, I put my wedding ring on my model.
Because you're married. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I don't know how long you've been married for, but congratulations anyway.
It'll be 3 years.
Wow.
This October.
Congratulations. I like it.
Thank you. I have hearts. I could just have like the basics.
Ain't nothing wrong with the basics. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And stars.
Aww.
Like excited stuff.
Yeah.
That's it pretty much. I do want to get I make pretty much. I want to make another toggle that tracks my mouse when I'm rigging, so it looks like my model is like drawing on the screen or something.
Yeah, because I have seen those before. I've seen people having like a tablet and people drawing on them.
Yeah, I want to do that. But I'm really lazy, so maybe one day.
Gotta make the muns.
True.
True. Cool. All right. Also, I like your tail. Your big giant fluffy tail.
Thank you.
So how does that work? Like, because it's nice and chill, but then when you move around a lot, it goes crazy.
Yes. So pretty much I have it connected to when my model does the breathing motion. So that's what makes it go idly back and forth. But when I like wiggle around and go all crazy, it makes it wag, which I think adds to the excitement that
I think so too. Yeah, it's really good detail. It's really good detail. That's what I like about it.
Thank you.
It's very hypnotic. Just watching it. It's nice. Cool. And then the foxhole friend is just there just to be chilled. Chilling.
Yeah, everyone loves Burp.
Burp is great.
They love Burp more than me.
What? No.
Yeah, yes,
they here for the Doggo.
Burp is our ruler.
Makes sense. All right, cool. All right, so here's one of my favorite questions to ask, especially as someone who does the art and the design yourself. What is your personal favorite part of your own design?
Probably.
I like that. We got exclusive feet pics right there.
Honestly, probably my face.
I like your face too. Your face is very well made.
Thank you. I don't know. I just really like how I drew the face. Just really proud of it. I also like just the body of my VTuber because it's I modeled it after my own, so it just feels I feel more connected to it that way.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like your furry ears. I like how it's nice and the puff coming out of it.
Thank you.
What is behind your head? Is that a hat?
Yeah, it's a hat.
Cool. I like it. Nice.
Like a little beret or something. I'm not very good at drawing hats.
No worries. I'm not good at drawing. Period. So you're totally good. But I think it looks amazing. I like the design. Very good. Of course. Hey, so we already talked a little bit about this in the beginning, but how about you go into a little more detail about it? Let's talk about your lore / backstory.
Yeah, so pretty much with my lore, with me starting out as just like an actual dog and stuff, I was a sled dog for a little village, and I was the best sled dog because it's the best. And I put my husband in my lore too, so he started off as the musher pretty much. So he but then after I went and saved Burp and came back to life as a human for a second chance at life, with a little more freedom, we fell in love.
Oh, well, I'd be pretty down for that too. Oh, my dogs is like mushing for me. It's man, I love my dogs. My dogs are so great. Sucks that I'm so alone and I only have my dogs with me. Wait, one of my dogs becomes an anime hot waifu? Holy frig! Yeah, I want to date her. Sounds awesome. That's like every dream, I've seen a lot of different things like that where a guy saves an animal in the wilderness, something like that. And that animal becomes a human and marries the person. There's actually a lot of Japanese folk
there's an anime I used to watch all the time called Angel Tales, and that was the exact premise of the story. He, but all the girls loved him. He had so many different pets. There was a fox chick, all kinds of girls or whatever. But he was not a good owner. These bitches died that,
shoot,
and
dang.
but they just love him and they fight over him constantly. It's a mess. But I watched it so many times because it was one of the only anime I had on DVD, and I didn't have cable for a little bit. So
true. Well, that's just anime in a nutshell, pretty much. All the girls fighting over the one guy. That's harem. This is how the harem works.
Yep.
You know, the guy could be a complete a-hole, but
yep, an a-hole just looks like every other person you'd see.
Yep, it's supposed to be the demographic of like little kids.
Yeah.
Like, they like the idea, like, oh hey, all these girls are fighting over me. This must be real life, right? Right? No, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, no, like I just like that. I like that play story. I bet your other dogs in the sled probably freaked out a little bit, right? You know, they're like,
yeah,
what the frick? What happened to you? We were just sledding, and then you came out of nowhere as a hot anime girl. What do we do now? Dude, how can I become a hot anime girl? Can I just go? Is that a thing I can do? I feel like that's a dream of most people.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it. But yeah, no, I like how your husband got into it as well. You know, I think that's adorable.
And I added the Northern Lights part because Alaska has like amazing views of the Northern Lights, especially during winter. But I also took inspiration from Brother Bear.
Oh, I thought Balto would be up your alley.
What? Oh yeah. Well, yeah. That too.
I was like, Balto seems to be really. When I was
telling my lore to my best friend Prissy, I was telling her that like, yeah, it's kind of like Balto. But also I really love Brother Bear. I think it's like one of my favorite Disney movies, and yeah. I was like, well, I'm gonna yoink that idea for myself.
Do it. Go for it. I think it's totally fine. I think it's valid. And I like it. It's a good story. It's a good story. Cool. My brother, actually, his dream is to go live out in Alaska. Any tips you want to give out for someone who's been in Alaska before?
Avoid Anchorage. Don't go to Anchorage. Anchorage. It is a city that is on the lowest part of Alaska, pretty much. It's a mess.
Oh.
You will probably get shot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not good. There's a lot of crime. It's just icky. I recommend just not doing that.
Yeah. Anywhere else.
Also, have respect for the wildlife. Moose are more dangerous than bears.
Oh.
Have bug repellent on you at all time, because even though we don't have, anything like venomous or whatever, mosquitoes are huge there, and they come in swarms and they suck.
Alaska? There's mosquitoes in like snow?
No, it's during the summer.
Oh, okay. I was like, I've never seen bugs out in snow before. That's crazy.
No, we don't really. No, not at all. It's too cold.
That's what I thought. Are bugs? Okay, random question. Sorry, off topic. Are bugs weak against ice type in Pokemon?
I
super
feel like
random.
Yes.
Super random.
Okay, let me look that up, because that would just be common sense.
Yeah, because like most of the typings for different like Pokemon are usually like make sense. Fire against water. Water's better than fire, so water beats fire. Makes sense. So that, and they usually do that with a lot of things. Even with fairy type, fairy is weak against poison because of the poison apple. Stuff like that makes sense. But I have never ever seen any bugs that can live out in snowy weather. So
no, they all go into hiding or nope, it's just fire, flying, and rock types.
Wow. Why would ground type? I feel like bugs would be pretty good against ground because
I know that's just kind of
make their home. I know, whatever. That was just a random thought I just had. But I was like bugs. Yeah, no, bugs kind of suck in ice. Pokemon. We were talking about Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, make sure during summertime, if you have a hard time sleeping in light, have some blackout curtains for your windows, because in the summertime, it's pretty much light 24 hours.
Makes sense.
But in the winter time, it's dark. It'll be light for a few hours, maybe till like 2 or 3 p.m. depending on where you live. If you're like super up north in
near the North Pole kind of stuff.
I forgot the name of this town. It's a very small town, but they do not get any sunlight until April. From like October to April or something like that. It's just constantly dark. Oh, and it's really expensive because we have to get all of our stuff shipped up to be put in our stores, and that's very expensive. So you're gonna see a bag of Doritos, and you're gonna go to grab it until you see that price tag and see that motherfucker's almost $7 to $10, and you're gonna rethink that choice.
Do I want Doritos nowadays? Huh? I don't know.
Because goddamn. Oh my gosh.
That's for the best nights. You know, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself tonight. I got a pretty nice paycheck. I'm gonna get myself a bag of Doritos.
Yes.
True gamer.
And also, I recommend visiting North Pole.
North Pole. Okay.
It's 20 minutes from Fairbanks, which might be an airport, the Fairbanks airport you might end up in if that's, you know, if you're flying. We drove down when we moved though. Yeah, North Pole is where I was raised. That's where I grew up in.
Wow.
And it's constantly like decorated in Christmas decorations year round. A lot of our light poles are painted like candy canes. There's
because
a Santa Claus house.
Santa Claus, yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, there's a Santa Claus house that's open year round that sells all kinds of awesome stuff, including really good smoked salmon. We have reindeer, the biggest Santa Claus statue. We used to have a Blockbuster, but
we'll know what happened there.
That went out a couple years ago. It held on for a long time though, because sometimes internet sucks, especially during the wintertime. So yeah, go out to Blockbuster, get yourself a jawbreaker and a good movie.
That sounds like the life right there. That sounds
it was really good. But yeah, that's
interesting. So I would think Christmas would be like your favorite holiday then.
It is.
I can see that.
It definitely is. It just brings a lot of good memories, and also I really love giving people gifts.
Oh.
I love, like last year for my husband's family, I knitted them all something. So like I made my husband's grandparents hats. I made his mom a shawl. I made his sister a hat. Yeah.
I like that.
It was a good time.
It seems like you're very charitable when it comes to that kind of stuff. Probably because you're literally nudge with Santa Claus.
So true. I talk to him all the time.
Dude, chill guy.
Actually, awesome. Up until last year, our mayor was actually Santa Claus.
Oh.
But his term ended.
Oh no!
But someone else got voted in. A good person though.
Okay, good.
So that's good at least, because I mean this Santa is awesome, and it was a little surprising with some of his views because a lot, you know, not to get too political, but like Alaska is a red state. I'm not happy about that. But Santa was the exact opposite of that. Like healthcare for all, you know, great things like that. He fought for good things, so it made me proud to be from that little town.
Makes sense.
Even more.
Which is good. Go for it. Like there's not many people that could say my mayor was Santa Claus. You know, and not many people can say that. That's pretty cool.
And he looked just like him. Like it was crazy. Like he had the beard. He, you know, all white, old, bigger guy. Just awesome. I talked to him on Twitter a couple times actually.
Oh, cool.
He actually interacted with quite a few VTubers. It was really cool.
Who would ever guess Santa Claus really liked VTubers?
Good on you, old man. Love him.
Yeah, love him to death. Like, yeah. I guess when it comes to like spreading cheer to everyone, you don't spare more cheer than freaking anime girls on screen. You know?
True.
True. I love it. All right. So Santa Claus definitely needs to become a VTuber. That's what I've got from it.
Yes, definitely.
But let's talk about VTubers a little bit. This might be a little controversial, but let's get into it. What is your current thoughts on the VTuber community at the moment?
there's just too much like, I don't know, there a lot of drama and stuff being aired publicly that really doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
That could easily be, you know, taken care of by just talking to one another instead of just blocking and then just immediately start shit talking. Like communicate like adults. But other than that, it's also been a super amazing place where I've met a lot of great people, and I mean, I guess I feel the same about it as any other community now that I think about it, is that there's just a lot of unnecessary drama, because unfortunately people just really like that kind of thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I love it. I'm you know, it's part of my everyday. But sometimes the negativity can be pretty draining.
Yeah.
And just kind of like, you know, I'll see call out posts all the time, and I'm like, is that really necessary? Could you just like talk, or just like not talk about talk to each other anymore, and just leave it at that? Like, you don't have to air out all your business to everybody. Now there are some call out posts where it's like extremely necessary, you know, like if someone's a predator or something.
Oh yeah, big time.
But other than that, like,
true scams, definitely.
Yeah, just stay in your lane.
Yep. No, I agree with you 100%. I think there's a lot of people just cause unnecessary drama, like for no reason at all. Like,
yeah.
Hey guys, I'm dealing with a lot of stress right now. This one person has been kind of an a-hole to me. I'm not gonna stream right now. Sorry about that. I'll let you know my thoughts on this after I get out of the hospital that I just happen to be in. It's like, what? Yeah. What's going on? Like, how is this going on? So like stuff like that. Like, I feel like there's a lot of things that like people just like shove on the radar, like, but then there's a lot of people who just like to broadcast the entire thing just to get a reaction from. And like, I feel like there's some things out there like, hey, this guy who is a known pedo, his name is changed to this. Watch out. Like those kind of things.
Yeah, I appreciate those.
Super down for that. But like, stuff like how like they're just trying to like fish for attention, like fish for praise, or fish for like thoughts and prayers and kind of situations. I know it just seems like there's a lot of things you don't need to say. Like I've been in like some like depressive moods where sometimes I want to just say something on Twitter, but then I think logically like a normal human being, and I'm like, wait, why would I say that? That sounds dumb and it sounds really messed up. I'm just going to not say that and just play video games because that's what I do.
Yeah,
exactly. Sorry, I know. But Nibhawk, thank you for the raid. You're freaking amazing, and I gave you a little bit of a shout out. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you played Minecraft. I hope you had fun with that. But thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. But yeah, I totally agree. Like, I feel like there's a lot of unnecessary drama that people like who just stir in the pot and expose to the world when it doesn't need to be. Like,
yeah. Oh, another thing. There's just, I hate it so much. There's just a lot of like there's just blatant racism too. I don't really know what that's about. I've just seen so many things. People get horrible messages, you know, if they're not white, and it's just really disgusting. They get hate rated, and yeah, it's disgusting. People fucking suck.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Like, I think the internet has made it really easy for people to be like the worst scum of the earth because they have the anonymity, like the they don't have to worry about repercussion because they have a mask over themselves and they can just do whatever they want, and they personally won't do it because that's like the main thing. Is like, if you go, like, a lot of people, depending on which state you are, obviously, but most people don't just go out in people's faces and like blatantly like say messed up things to your face. You know, most people don't. Like, again, it depends on where you live, but most of the people don't. But on the internet, it's really easy to do that. So more people are
Yeah.
likely to do this kind of stuff and it cause like hate raids and send nasty DMs and do some really messed up things and death threats
Yep.
to like community members and the other people. Like the internet is not the most nicest place to be. And
No, definitely
VTubers,
not.
yeah, and VTubers have like a lot of the bad shtick from that because VTubers are from all different kinds of walks of life. Like that's what I love about
Yep.
VTubers is that anyone could be a VTuber, and that's the thing.
Mm.
Anyone could be a VTuber, and you can just do whatever you want as a VTuber when it comes to expressing yourself. You know, like
Yeah.
again, going back to your model, you love your model so much, and you did a really good job with your model. But also, your model is a representation of who you are. You know, one, it represents your love for Alaska and your dog, your favorite dog, but also the eyes and the shape of your body represents you as yourself.
And my pasty ass skin color.
Exactly. Which, you know, if you from North Pole, you don't get that much light. Makes sense. You're gonna be a little bit more paler than most people.
Well, the thing, like my siblings are naturally like darker than me. We have the same parents and everything, and they tan so well. And when I get like sunburn or something, I'm it's sad. I burn and then I just it's so unfair because they also have really nice, beautiful curly hair, and I have this straw, straight, bland hair.
You're totally fine. It's all good. It's all good. But like I said, very Sag. Like trust me, like I learned the glow in the dark type white. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Misty.
Yeah, Leshies is like one of my best friends. We went to high school together.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Then I think she would know. She would know.
Oh, yeah. I've about heard it all from her.
I love that. A glow in the dark. That's so good. But what I was saying, like the main thing is that the VTube community is really like should be like praised for how accessible it is to adapt to pretty much anyone who wants to get into it. But unfortunately, that also could be a double-edged sword because you can see anyone get into it, and some of those people are not the best of people. I remember I interviewed this one person. I will not say names. I will not try and do anything, but I interviewed this one person who seemed really chill at the time, but then when they actually got into my show, they talked about a lot of really messed up things and brought up a lot of drama. And as a host of the interview show, it's really awkward for me to stop him, to end the whole thing, because it didn't really cross the line where it was justified, but there's a lot of things I just couldn't do, you know? I didn't agree with anything he said, and I kind of try to give out pointers that kind of went against what his views were, but it was really controversial, and I deleted the VOD afterwards. You know, I just read stuff on it, and it just it got really scary. It got really scary because again, there was my community that was there, get introduced to this person's community, and maybe it wasn't the best thing. But that's the double-edged sword when it comes to the VTube community, because there's some people out there who are not using this freedom and anonymity. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong, but they're using
That's
fine. They're using that to do hateful things. I think that's really messed up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But luckily, that's only one case of all of the 3 years of me doing this. And every single week I've been doing it. I've been doing it for the long time. And this is the one case that has ever happened, and every single other case has been just like this. Amazing people, a lot better, a lot amazing people I'm talking to, and we just chill and just relax and have fun. So yeah, it's good times. It's good times. Most of the times are really good, really good.
That's good.
It's good. It's good. I like it. So I would definitely say like I still appreciate the VTube community. I think they're freaking amazing, and I'll
Oh
keep at
yeah.
it. Hello, Azur. Hello, Doggo. Yes, there's Doggo VTuber. Look at this. Oh no, she's barking. She's barking. Look at her. Look at her. We can't ever be scared of you. You're so adorable. Look at that face. It's so adorable.
Oh yeah. Wait till the full moon comes and I get my wolf pack.
Oh snap. I think it'd be as adorable as you.
No, they're gonna be bloodthirsty.
Oh.
They're like my Twilight Saga wolf pack.
I imagine they'd be like this small. Like,
No.
like, I was like, oh my god, it's so adorable. They're bloodthirsty. Oh, they can't hurt anyone. It's so good.
S mate.
It's all good. It's all good. I just think it's funny. But yeah, no. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, you broke.
I almost fell out of my chair.
Oh, don't fall. Be safe. Actually, my back of my chair felt like it was gonna like come off during the stream. It's just like it felt like it was just gonna fall off, and I was gonna be like, trying to pay it off. No, but no, it's good. Bazzer, I appreciate seeing you, buddy. Chill. It's gonna be fun and relaxing. Anyway, what's next question we're on? Oh yeah, cool. So, how long you be streaming for, by the way?
Over a year.
Ooh, nice. So you're still
Year and some change.
you're still a baby. You're still a boy.
I'm a little fetus. I'm just a little fetus baby.
You're a little fetus boy.
I'm a little zygote.
A little side go, little
I
boy.
cannot be seen by the naked eye.
Yeah, that'll have special glasses on. Well, okay, so from when you first started streaming compared to now, have you noticed any changes?
Yes.
Good answer. Good answer. Moving on.
I am no, right? I am not nervous anymore.
Oh, you're not nervous at all?
No. Unless I do things like this.
I was like,
But on stream, like, I don't know. It's just like the people that I've come to know who support me every single stream and stuff. I'm really comfortable with them. Even just like new people, it's just like, I don't know. I just be myself. I don't. Because at first I thought maybe I should play it as a character when I first started streaming, like I see a lot of people do. But then I thought, oh my god, it's so exhausting. I don't have the brain power to try to be what I'm not. So I was like, you know what? I cuss a lot. I talk about poop all the time. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, snap. Country girl.
That's right. No.
You know you slip into a country accent like whenever you don't mean to, I feel like. Again, I don't know if you try or not, but you do that pretty well.
I was just talking. Oh shit.
I love it. It just goes right into it. It just goes right into it.
Damn it.
It's great. No, it's totally fine. I'm learning so much about you, which is you being a country bumpkin, a pumpkin. You did
not just call me that. You did not just talk.
Oh, I can't call you a country pumpkin.
Count your days, boy.
Oh no! Call me
Count
boy.
Count your days. Nope.
Do I hear a shotgun in the background?
No, those are my sharp alpha claws scraping the floor.
Oh nah. Does it sound? Right. Oh no! I love it. But no, I can still see like how. Okay, so how about this? This will depend on how intimidated you are. Okay, how tall are you?
My VTuber height is 5'4".
Oh, so you're pretty short.
No, it's tall.
5'4"?
Yeah.
5'4" is not that tall.
It's taller than me.
A small baby, yeah, a small baby.
No.
So
Who
now,
said that?
so Miss, tall for dogs.
She
Well, yeah, tall
knows.
for dogs.
She knows. Okay. I'm
Tall
5'2".
for dogs. Yeah. But I know. I just imagine just like, oh no, it's gonna nip at my ankles. Oh no. Oh no.
I am not an ankle biter. SMH.
I'm just messing. I think I see the appeal of why a lot of your chatters like to mess with you. Is you're so adorable and you love to make a really good reaction. So I can see why a lot of people have liked to mess with you.
It is funny. God damn though, I got cooked last night for no reason. Oh my lord. Going at me left and right. Couldn't catch a breath.
Well, you know what? It sounds like it was enjoyable. As long as it doesn't cross the line.
It was. Oh, it's so funny. Like, especially like Lunar and Nomad. They are so creative and what they say to me. Especially Lunar, because Nomad, he just like calls me like a. He really only calls me like a piss fingers, bed shitter. It's pretty much it.
Makes sense.
Lunar goes for the throat. Like
Whoa.
he does not hold back.
Well, I love when Misty called you freaking like glow in the dark.
Oh yeah, that doesn't even scrape the surface of all the things she's called me. All my nicknames: Snow Gnome, Mini Fridge, Elmer's glue bottle.
Well, as long as it never crosses the line, right? As long as it never crosses the line.
No, it never does.
Good.
Really. No, but that's kind of like the like dynamic I was also raised in. Was like we showed our love by roasting each other. And so that, you know, especially growing up with two little shithead brothers, I got thick skin, I guess you could say.
Which is good. It's good.
Yeah.
I think more people need to have that as they grow up, because I know that when I grew up, I didn't really have a lot of thick skin, you know. Like I will be honest, like I didn't really have a lot of thick skin because a lot of people never really did make fun of me because I always got really sad. So people would stop making fun of me, and only when I got like a little bit older, when I realized that when people like mess with you like that, it actually was more. It was actually more like a friendship kind of mess. They wouldn't meaning to actually hurt you, and like it took me a bit like in middle school before I learned that, and I'm glad I learned it in middle school where I should have learned it like way back before then, because when I got into high school, it definitely helped me kind of understand that like differences, because like there's a difference between people just messing with you, just being funny and like being friendly, and people actually trying to hurt you, you know.
Yeah. Definitely. Like I'm pretty sensitive. I could be a pretty sensitive person if you like come at me for pretty personal stuff. Like if you insult my art, which is that's happened before. That really hurts my feelings, but I try not to.
Your art's so beautiful.
Well, thank you. I just
who would mess with your art? Like, I'm looking at the art where, like, on your cover page right now on your Twitter, where you being petted by a person.
Yeah, my little icons.
Beautiful.
I had so much fun making those. Thank you.
It's so adorable. Like
I made them while I had COVID.
Oh wow! I kind of want to commission you for some emotes. Like it gets to that point, because you actually make some really good stuff.
Thank you. But other than that, like, I'm pretty good at reading people's tones. And if they're in person, like their body language and stuff. Because when you grow up in a not healthy household, you kind of you know, you get raised on the fight or flight.
Yeah.
So that's kind of it has grown my what's that called? Attention to, just really close attention to people.
Yeah.
and how they speak, and I can tell pretty easy over text too. So like if like a stranger comes into chat and they see that there's people roasting me and they just roast me for the same stuff, I think it's funny. Because I can just kind of tell from that vibe. But if they, like this one person came in there like after like Lunar roasted me for something, and this person was like, yeah, that's why your dad left. And I was like, oh, that's a little too close to home. And Lunar was like, bruh, why would you say that?
Well, like,
because Lunar also, he's really good at checking in to make sure that he doesn't push like boundaries.
Yeah, which
or
is good.
like that.
Which is good.
So yeah, they're very great people. But and I know they didn't mean harm by it either. Like I wasn't mad. I was just kind of like, oh, that's a little too.
Just hold on. You're new here.
Pull it back a little bit. Just. You almost had it.
Well, I
try
imagine.
again later.
Well, I would imagine, like, when people see that the first time, they think that, oh, this person is okay with me making fun of them. But then they realize, again, it's all about tone. It's all depends on the situation, you know? You and Luna have already established boundaries and how far someone can go. Someone brand new might not know what that is, and they might cross that line a little bit more. And so, like, I don't blame them for that, but there is some people out there who sees that as opportunity to just go
just
out,
hound on somebody,
just hound on someone. And people need to realize, like, no, chill. They are still human beings. They still don't like being called that stuff.
Now, like, if they said that about my mom, I would laugh about it because that's a wound that has happened a long time ago. My dad thing is a little more recent, not to get too personal, but you know, family is just a little sensitive topic for me at the moment.
You don't talk about family. You don't talk about family. Family is always one of those things.
Yeah, but like my friend Prissy, she she's always you know, I just shouldn't say it. She's really just she's like, oh my gosh, like to mess with me or whatever. It's so funny. She'll be like, oh, I just oh, your mom is so hot, like I want to be your new stepdad. And I was like, bruh, it's so funny, but also like kind of grosses me out because that woman is nasty.
Nasty. Well, I think that comes with a lot of the territory. You know, as a streamer, you do get a little bit roasted by your community because that's just how it is. You know.
Yeah.
And I actually had one person like get a little kind of cross the line, and I love my community because they are like one of the first ones that'll straight up defend me, like if something does cross the line, especially if we wouldn't go for it. I remember I told someone this because as a psychology major, someone who got into a lot of psychology, I know one of the major things that goes into like dissing someone and making someone feel bad about the words you say, you need to realize that when people say that to you, yeah, it could be very hurtful, but you realize that the most pain someone like deals with when it comes to making fun of someone is actually in your own mind to yourself. You know, like when you say the things to your own self, that hurts 10 times worse than anyone could ever say to you. And that's kind of how I always think about it. So if someone tries to be mean to you and just be mean to you in chat, I usually just tell them, like, hey, dude, there's nothing you can say to me that I haven't said to myself worse. Yeah. So like, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to tell you it's not going to really hurt me because it just doesn't seem like it will affect me too much for whatever I said to myself, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like I'm so privileged of the community I have because I think they are. I think you can vouch for your community as well. If it gets to that point when someone does, I feel like your community will be the first ones that will like have you back.
Oh yeah, and they have before. Like when I was getting bullied over my art a few months, like maybe like a month and a half ago. Like they got their ass handed to them, that's for sure.
Good.
I stepped back. I was like, I'm not gonna say anything to this person anymore. like I wasn't ever mad or mean with them or anything. I was like I mean that's, I don't have to justify myself to a stranger on the internet. Is what I said to them pretty much, because they accused me of stealing someone's style, which wasn't true, but.
Well, like I
even contacted. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I even contacted the artist that they were, saying that to me about, and they were like, "No, I don't see that at all. Like, I disagree. I'm sorry you had to deal with that." So it's just kind of like, well, I did my due diligence.
Like I know, like art is like okay. So this is from someone who has no artistic skill in any way, shape, or form. They're like, I barely can draw a stick figure, and that's stretching. That's stretching. But I will say that, like, yeah, a lot of people make amazing art. Yeah, they might be similar to other people's art, but that's art. Like,
Yeah.
no one can make something super unique and different, and like without it actually being like considered as something new. We've been making art since like before like time has been recording. Like
we're all inspired by something or someone.
Exactly. So to say that your art is similar to another person's art, it's kind of like, well, I don't see it, but even if it was, like, I still think it would still be cool, like, because you still put your own twist on things, Still put your own, like, kind of uniqueness to it.
There's very distinctive things that, there's just a lot of differences.
Exactly. Like, oh wait, they were
like the jawline is just too similar. I was like,
it's a human
I didn't know
anime.
You could style police a jawline.
I know, right?
Hello? This is just a basic anime face.
Yeah, it's a basic anime girl. Like, do you want me to have it look a little bit differently? Like because like I don't know. It's like people are weird. That's what I learned on the internet. Is people are just weird, and people will find
are weird.
People will find whatever to complain about something online.
Yep.
I know. But I want to say your art is amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing. You have people backing you up. And I will also consider myself as someone who backs you up, because I think you do a good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of course. All right. Next question. This question is very difficult. It's one of the most difficult questions out of all my questions. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for it? What's your favorite video game or video game franchise?
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky.
I had a feeling you kind of already answered that in the beginning.
But also, another favorite is Rune Factory.
Oh, cool. Okay, I didn't know that.
I love the Rune Factory series. When it comes to like a farming type game, but that has like awesome fantasy part to it, and you like go to dungeons and like fight monsters or whatever, and have this awesome storyline. That's the kind of like, like farming in quotations kind of game that I just love. Rune Factory is perfect. You get to marry cute people, and it's just awesome.
Nope, I agree. I like Rune Factory too. I love romance games. I'm a hopeless romantic.
Yeah.
I love those kind of things.
Same.
So whenever I get into this kind of stuff, I'm just like, okay, who am I romancing first? I actually look that up first before I get into any of those games. Like, I need to find out.
Right.
We have a question. So while we go into the fact that Rune Factory is freaking amazing, and I love all the characters for it. I like the combat for it too.
Yes, I love it too.
Cookie. How dare you redeem it? How dare you? Cookie is amazing, but she always messes with me. Like, out of all the people that messes with me, I think Cookie messes with me the most. But before we get into whatever Cookie wanted me to do, most hated game ever played. It's your ritual. I know, right? She wakes up, finds out I'm streaming, and then redeems Ada.
Wait, what am I doing?
Shoot, what was the question? Darn it, I got distracted. Cookie, you distracted me. I think it was
my least favorite game. Is that what was?
Yeah. Most hated game you ever played.
Oh yeah, hang on. I still got this downloaded on my computer.
Oh.
Motherfucking. Let's see, where you at? Or maybe I did. Oh, Outlast.
Outlast?
Oh my god. Like, listen, I love horror games, but that was way too much for me. That was way too much. The constant music of suspense when nothing is happening drives me insane. Like, it stresses me out. It makes, like, when I get nervous or excited, it makes my IBS act up. And so when I play that game, it makes me have to, like, poop. Like, really bad. And I can't do that.
You know what? I understand. Yeah. Like, when you walk into a room and the scary music turns on, you're like, what should I do? Do I hide? What do I do?
And also,
Outlast.
like, oh my gosh, when I get scared, I'm a screamer. Like, I scream very loud, and it hurts my throat when that happens. So I just don't. Although the most recent horror game that I played that was actually really, really freaking awesome is called Devotion.
Oh, okay.
That one I highly recommend. I found it from Corey Kenshin playing it on YouTube.
Okay.
And I was like, holy flip, I gotta play this.
Got it.
And it was so good. Like, it scared me quite a few times. I was, but I beat it. I was really proud of myself. There was a chase scene that I have clipped on Twitch somewhere. When I watched that back, I was like, my god, I have the mouth of a sailor. Jeez. Like, I was too focused on trying to get away. I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna fuck. Like, I just nope. Too scary.
You know what? Makes sense. Like, there's definitely some scary games I've played that, like, I can't get into. One of the reasons why I just can't get into Outlast is because you can't really do anything. I know that's the point. You just hide and that's it. But, like, there gotta be something I can do. Like back into a corner, I will do something. And a lot of the times you just don't do anything, and it just kind of frustrates me more.
Yeah. Or also, I don't like those kind of games where you have like a video camera on you or something, and so you have to constantly be in search of batteries.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to die. I don't want to think about having to buy batteries just so I can see in the freaking dark, bro.
True.
Like, I hate that because I can't focus on that. I'm trying to focus on not dying and running into this buffoon, and now I gotta look for batteries too.
Man,
that's stupid, and they don't last very long, and that frustrates me.
Nope, I agree 100%.
It's kind of like the whole weapon mechanic in Breath of the Wild for Zelda that a lot of people like, but I don't like that them shits break after a little bit.
That's actually a pretty common thing to not like.
Me out. Yeah, I just like
Nope. I got you. No, I agree with that 100%. Like, that's like, I had items in my Breath of the Wild playthrough where I just never touch. It just always stays in my inventory because I never want to lose them because they're so cool. So I just never touch them until the end boss fight, and then of course I barely use them, and the boss dies. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just have this here in my inventory for the rest of my life now. Woo. So really quick, so a little bit of history. I've had a lot of VTubers on my show. They like to do ada-adas. That's like one of the staple thing that they like to do. And after years of years, I'm trying to do a professional ada-ada myself. I'm trying to learn how to do it, So I'm trying to get better. And I have a redeem that kind of helps me do it. But the only person who redeems it seems to be Cookie, because she's one of my longest time like watchers, subscribers, moderators. She's an amazing person. Like, freaking amazing person. But she always redeems that during my interviews. So I always have the awkward of like, okay, so let me try to get my ada-adas down for you guys. So
harness your inner big titty anime wife.
I'm trying. And I have to imagine it, and then I have to play the parts. I have to do it. So I want you to rate my ada-ada, okay? Okay, so let me try. Okay. Ada-ada. Is it pretty good? Okay.
Honestly, I give that like a 7.5.
Oh, nice. I like it. I like it. Thank you.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, that was good.
You know what? Pretty good. I like it.
I'm trying to think of words. I appreciated the raspiness in it. There we go.
Yes. Thank you.
Because you don't hear that very often. So
I try.
Good.
I'm learning from a lot of different VTubers, and breathy is when I hear a lot of ada-adas from a lot of people. Now, I love I never discriminate on anyone who comes on my show. I ask everyone. So I get a lot of male, female, and a lot of everything in between and above, and like everything on the show. But whenever I get like more of a ada from a male VTuber from my show, they usually have very breathy, kind of like deep, like adas. And I'm trying to match that, but I don't get them to come on my show as often as others. So I don't really have the experience to hear them very often. So I'm trying to remember how they do it, and I try and do it. I even like squeeze my throat a little bit to keep that like deepness going for it. So I'm trying.
I think like a lot of male VTubers try to they try to sound like Corpse Husband.
Oh yeah, Corpse Husband. Yeah, he's pretty good at that.
He's got a really deep voice, and so there's just a lot of that going around.
Totally.
I think that embracing your personal voice, like your own voice, and then just like trying to do it like how you added the raspiness, because usually you don't really like hear that very much, because it reminds me of one of those like really cool like delinquent characters in anime or whatever. They always have like those like tough voices, a lot of scratch in it. So yeah, that's good.
I like it. I'm glad you're the first person who actually went into detail on my ada-adas. I like it. Yep, girls say ada-ada, guys say aura. Is that how it should be? Should I be more aura than ada-ada? Whatever.
I think they probably mean like more of like a emphasis at the end, like a little more to it, kind of.
Ada. Yeah, I'll try it. Do you have an ada you want to show off? You want to show off your ada? You don't have to.
I'm good.
Nope, no worries. Totally fine. This is usually Cookie trying to teach me how. Are you eating something?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to mix my coffee without like making a mess. I'm sorry.
It's all good. All I hear is just.
Yeah, I got most of it. I've been trying to do it quietly, but I gotta get a little aggressive here.
Yeah, I get aggressive.
All right,
aggressive
good
with my coffee. Good.
Yeah.
But no, Cookie is just trying to teach me how the ways of the ada, and I'm trying to get better. That's pretty much what it is. So thank you. Is her ritual. Also, Azir was saying, need a mystery dungeon game like Fire Emblem, like a Pokemon mystery dungeon like Fire Emblem, or like a third-person JRPG, which I could see that. Ada denied. Send her to Monopoly Jail. Monopoly Jail. Monopoly Jail.
You'll never get me to say it. Never.
Never. Well, I know that some VTubers like either charge a lot for their community to do it, or they just don't do it, which is fine. No, but then I've gotten some that I'm like, oh hey, ada, and they just go straight into like the most like orgasmic ada you've ever heard, and you're like, oh my god, I wasn't ready for that. Oh my god, why are you doing this to my heart?
I'm not lewd, so it kind of makes me a little uncomfortable if I were to do it.
You're totally fine.
But also, just
also
trying to voice act or like speak a different language in front of people embarrasses the shit out of me. I have no confidence in that whatsoever.
It would be interesting to hear like a country ada though from you. That'd be interesting. Sorry. Hope the coffee didn't go through your nose right there. I'm sorry.
Aura.
Yeah, aura. I like it. That's a good one. I like it. You know what? And that should be redeemed. Like
Oh my God.
20K channel point redeem. Ara. I love it. But okay, cool. So now these questions is gonna be fun. We're rounding it down. We're already past the 2-hour mark. Usually it lasts around 2 hours, so we're already past it. But you know what? I've been enjoying myself. This has been a lot of fun. Definitely didn't love it. Good relaxing times. So I don't mind going over. I think it's good. As long as you're okay. I don't know if you have something planned, but
I have like an hour.
Cool.
I there's some gardening stuff left I still have to do, and I want to do it before it gets dark. I gotta, cause we have the garden bed kind of planned out, but we have to cut some wood for it and then plant them. The tomatoes and blackberries.
Tomato. Makes sense. Well, like we'll go through these final questions and we should be all set. We'll be all set.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Now,
what?
Do you know isekai? You know what isekai is?
Yeah.
Cool. If you could live in any video game or anime world, what world would you like to be in?
Let me think of anime real quick.
Dude.
Look at my anime figures here, see what inspires me.
Oh man, if I did that with my anime figures, people will think I'm very sus. That's really nice figures, though. Batman.
I don't know. Man, there's just so many, and like there's some that come to mind, but I'm like, oh, that's a terrible idea. I would die.
Well, okay. Well, how about this? Because I said view game or anime world. Stardew Valley,
okay.
Maybe Rune Factory.
Okay, yeah, definitely
Pokemon.
Rune Factory or okay, yeah, that makes sense. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon probably, because I mean, who wouldn't want to be a fucking Pokemon? You would never have to pay taxes again.
Yeah, no, I never tax.
Yeah, or Rune Factory, because I mean, that's cool as shit.
That would be really cool. That actually would be dope.
Yeah.
Go. Well, I'd be down for that too. I would like that. If there was an anime world, it would probably be like some fantasy world too. I can imagine. Cool. Now, let's talk about this question. I like this question. This is a fun question. Actually, this might be difficult for you, but I think you could probably figure one out. Okay. If you could collab with any VTuber, any other VTuber, no matter how big or small they are, who would you like to collab with?
Oh.
Chibidoki.
Yep. She's like probably one of my all-time favorite VTubers. I actually got her subscription box in yesterday.
Oh.
Nice. So I got like a LED lamp thing of her and some other neat stuff. She's just awesome. She cracks me up.
I like that. Go for it. Do you think you can be able to like hit off each other pretty well?
Yeah, I think so. Her gremlin energy is yeah, it's pretty similar to mine. When I get like that anyway. I mean, we follow each other, so that's pretty cool.
That's always good. Yeah, no, like be able to follow each other. That's actually like a lot of people can't say that. Like some of my inspirations, they will never follow me.
Never say never.
True. But I don't know. I feel like my inspirations is like Markiplier and CDogVA and like Lost Paws. Like those people are my inspiration.
Yeah.
If I can get Markiplier freaking to like follow me, oh my god. I think I've crossed into like the new realm of world. Seems like such a cool dude, best dude.
I know, he is. He's awesome.
I like it. All right. Like, what would you like to accomplish, or what goals do you have for your streaming?
Be a little more consistent. On the days that I say I'm going to stream, I have an issue with keeping a healthy sleep schedule.
Oh.
So there are times where I sleep through the day and I'm up all night, or I sleep through the night and I'm up all day. I prefer the latter. I like being up during the day. I'm more productive. But since I'm my own boss, it's
kind of hard to
I kind of
control.
Yeah. Like if there's one night where I stay up really late, I'm screwed. Like it's gonna take a long time for me to get back to a normal schedule.
True.
What was the question?
Goals and career.
Yeah,
goals for sure. No, right.
My brain.
You're just like, pooh, it's gone.
ADHD at its finest.
Y'all good?
Yes. Oh, right. Okay. So I stopped putting times of the. I am so sorry. Times of the day. But I am going to stream, so I just said I'm going to stream Thursday, and when I do it is the time that I do it at. But I can't even seem to do that because
excuse you.
my brain is powerful. It's too powerful that I forget. Or
I wish I had a good example of that.
But another goal, I mean, hitting 1,000 followers would be pretty cool. I'm almost there.
You're almost there.
I
can
think
see you get there. I can see you get there.
Pretty cool.
I think you get there.
Oh, and have maybe like a consistent 15 viewers would be pretty good.
That'd be cool.
I used to have that for a good while until I stopped streaming it because I got sad.
Oh.
Not because of streaming, or it was just personal stuff, but that kind of, I took an arrow to the knee with that one.
Makes sense. You know what? You totally. I can see that. I can see that how that could mess it up a little bit.
But I'm trying.
You can get up there.
I'm sorry.
You okay?
I don't know why this coffee is making me so burpy.
You know what? Totally good. But yeah, no, I totally can see that. Totally see that. Like I'm pretty sure you'll get up there. Just keep being who you are and being adorable, and you'll be good.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, cool. All right, last question. Are you ready for it? Ready for the last question? Go. Last question of the stream, and that is, do you have any advice for those who might want to get into streaming on VTuber?
Yes. Do not spend a bunch of money. Try out streaming first. There are so many different free assets out there that you can use. Even assets that you get to make a pretty personalized model, and it looks pretty good for free. There's free overlays and stuff. Experiment with different overlays, how you kind of want your stream to look. For me, I used to put my gaming in a pretty it was somewhat kind of small because a lot of my overlay decoration took over. But now I've just completely ditched that because I want my viewers to actually see what the hell is going on. So I just have it all the game just takes up the screen and I'm just in a little corner. Because streaming's not for everyone. And some people get too number focused in the beginning and it's very discouraging. So don't focus on numbers either.
Turn off your number count.
And just have fun. Play stuff you like.
Yeah.
Don't be someone you're not. Be yourself. You're the only you there is. That's pretty cool.
True.
And stay out of drama.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane. There are so many times where I've had to bite my tongue on some things because it's just what would be the point? Most people, when you argue with them on the internet, are not going to change how they see things or see a situation. They're just there simply to argue with you. Do not waste your time on that. Instead, use your time to be more productive and spread positivity. It'll take you very far, and being nice and staying out of, problems is it's just a good idea. You'll have so many more opportunities if you just focus on yourself.
True. But the drama clout cap.
My 5 minutes of clout.
5 minutes. I know. I feel like this is the whole like I take the high road, you take the low road kind of route. Yeah, you might be able to get some like clout from it, but I'd rather get the clout the hard working way and being positive and being nice about it, because I feel like those last longer.
Yes. Oh, another one. You will not gain an audience by just existing on Twitch. You need to get yourself out there. You need to go on different platforms, and Twitter is a good one. I heard Tumblr is kind of coming back for VTubers, so I was thinking about checking that out, but I don't know. My high school years kind of ruined Tumblr for me. That was a dark time.
True.
TikTok, I highly recommend TikTok. Like YouTube Shorts. Just be aware that people on YouTube are so much more meaner than people on TikTok.
True.
I get fucking blasted on there in the comments sometimes. But yes.
Yes. Nope, agreed. Yep, good way to end it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. well, that is all the questions I have. Thank you. I love all the advice. Yeah. That's a good amount. That's good. It's good. I think people need to actually go by that immensely. Like the chasing clout for drama, spreading out your content in more of a range than just keep it under Twitter. Don't get into streaming for the money, and also make sure that you don't buy like a super expensive model. Just start off with, just explore and just try things out before you go ham on anything. So I agree 100%. Good talk.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you for answering every single question. I think that was amazing. I loved it. It was a good time. Very good. Well, anywhere we'll be winding it down. Does anyone else have any questions, any last spins you guys want to spin before we end it off? I'm going to shout you out, but where else can people find you?
They can find me on TikTok, Twitter. Sorry, I'm eating ice.
Go for it. You and your North Pole antics.
YouTube. I'm trying to post more of my model showcases on there. I just forget.
I saw that like the shark model that you did, and it looks so good.
I love rigging that one.
That looks so good.
But yeah, if you just you can just look me up on Twitch, and all my links and everything that I have is on there.
Under the wet milk? And the wet milk.
Although it's 3 T's.
Oh, 3 T's.
Instead of 2. Because someone already had wet milk like that. I was like, what the hell? Who?
Yeah, who takes wet milk as a name? I wonder what kind of content they do.
Well, it's not better than mine. I'm just kidding. I also have merch now. My merch dropped yesterday.
Nice.
I have cute burp stickers, keychains, a blanket, a bunch of other fun stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Alright, well, I want to check out those merch because your art is amazing.
I didn't draw this merch though.
Oh. Well, I still think you are
other amazing artists. Thank you.
So Azure asks you to say something.
Say something?
Yeah, in chat.
Wait, what? Can you? Oh yes. Here, let me. Fuck GFX box.
Yes.
Robots. Fuck. Ah!
They got me when I joined the community. Ah.
Fuck them. Rah!
Rawr! and we will end it off with that. Do you have anyone I can raid? Any friends that you want me to raid for you?
Oh, let's see see if any of my fart heads are streaming.
Do it, let's do it. But hey, I wanna say thank you guys all so much for joining in. You guys are freaking amazing. Thank you for swinging by.
Yeah,
Definitely
thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, of course. I love it. I love it. I love to get to know you a little bit more. And I think it's I've learned that you are a sweet, adorable Christmas pumpkin.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Here, I'll send you the name of her. There we go. There, I DM'd you the name to raid. Her name's Cooksy. She's one of my VTuber kids.
Oh.
And she's like a little piggy angel.
Oh. We'll send a lovely raid over to there, and so definitely give him some lovin's. Give some lovin's from us. Give him some lovin's. Wow. Well, thank you guys so much for joining in. You guys are freaking amazing. I will see you guys next time. If you guys want to, definitely check out the amazing Wet Milk with 3 T's. 3 T's. Making sure you check her out. She does amazing art rigging, and she's just adorable to watch.
Thank you.
And if you guys want to see a new VTuber each and every week, I do these VTuber interviews each and every week. We get to know a new VTuber, so definitely check me out if you like. Until then, I hope you guys all have yourself a nice day, and don't leave Discord yet, okay? Cool. See you guys later. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.